So now we have two, in effect, special prosecutors. One, Mueller, who is investigating the Russian collusion allegations or anything else he can find to justify his continued presence. And the other is the U.S. attorneys in the District of Columbia who are investigating Andrew McCabe's conduct based on a referral from the Justice Department and from the Justice Department's Inspector General. Now, those two investigations are going to be with us for the next few months at least. And I think that as Mueller is going to find himself more and more without material, a more and more barren investigation, first because there was no collusion, and there really was no crime. And you've seen that first he goes off on collusion, then he tries obstruction of justice, and now he's trying to take up the cause of Stormy Daniels, which one wonders how it's vital to national security. The other investigation, though, of Andrew McCabe is going to be very fruitful, and I think will occupy us increasingly over the next few months, because McCabe was at the epicenter of so much of what we're concerned about the previous administration and about the FBI and the Justice Department. He not only, the investigation of him can not only shed light on its ostensible purpose, which is to see if he violated the Hatch Act by his wife taking money from the Clintons for her campaign, while he was in charge of evaluating the emails and deciding whether to prosecute Hillary for her secret server. But at the same time, he also was one of the key people in deciding how to treat Hillary's emails, how to announce it to the public, and when to make which announcement. And that, coupled with Comey admitting, his boss Comey admitting, that he followed the polls very closely and that he gauged his remarks to the polling. When Hillary was likely to win, he was more harsh with her because he felt he didn't want her to take office under a cloud. But when her election came to be doubtful, he issued a statement at the very end saying that there were no charges against her and there was nothing there. Those are all going to be subject to investigation. And also, McCabe was the one who was in charge of the uranium spying investigation, where Russia sent 10 spies to the United States to live here for a period of time, like that TV show The Americans wrote about, with the goal of infiltrating Hillary's finance organization and working on getting her to be amenable to the uranium sale to Russia. That was in addition, of course, to $500,000 paid to her husband for him to speak in Moscow right at the time she was making the decision to sell a fifth of our uranium mines to Russia. He also is going to be right there smack in the middle of the decision not to prosecute and not even to investigate the Clinton Foundation, despite massive evidence of pay for play that surfaced. All of this stuff is going to be within the purview of the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District. So just because he's not called a special prosecutor doesn't mean he really isn't one. So this is going to be a very interesting time as these two investigations unfold. One into an area rife with crime, the other into an area where there's increasingly nothing to investigate. Thanks for watching.